Hi friends. Stupid. Hello. It's Diane Thompson. If you're a replay viewer, would you type in replay for me? I want to give you a great big shout out. I appreciate my replay viewers so much. Well, today I'm going to do something that's really kind of trial and error. We're going to see. I'm going to share my gardening, my biggest gardening tips today. So it looks like I have a little bit of a challenge with my connection. So that might be what's going on. So I use somebody who thinks it's too hard to garden. It takes too much time. It's just in a lot of space. Well, I'm going to show you how that doesn't have to be true today. So I am Diane Thompson. I am a certified healthy living coach, and I help busy women reach and maintain a healthy weight, help them achieve optimal health and living so they can live a life of possibilities. Did you know that the two top stressors in people's lives are health? Well, I can help with both of those. Having a challenge with my internet connection, so I apologize about that. So anyway, so I can help both with finances and health. So if you want more information about that, just private message me and we can talk more about it. So yeah, I am going to show you my garden, and I'm going to explain to you the process that I used that makes it so simple for just about anybody to do. And really all you need is a plot, a square. Well, it's not a square, it's a rectangle that's 4 by 8 feet. Okay, so here goes. I'm going to share it with you here. I'm trying to see who's watching. Oh, hi Judith. Hi Lori. So here goes. All right, there's one of my beds, okay? So we created a grid. How cool is that? So it's a concept. Let me find a better spot here. It's a concept called square foot gardening, okay? And I'm going to share the resource. I'm not the creator of it, so I don't want to take credit, but it makes gardening so much simpler. Now we got the sides of the bed from Home Depot. They went together really quickly. Kids from the youth group came over one afternoon and put them together, and then we had soil brought in. It was that simple. So, and then with this, my husband just today built that. So it is new to us, but here's what I love about it. Depending on what you want to plant, this is what I did. I don't know why that's happening. So see, so that's 4 holes in one square. That's 16. And then that's 9. Can you see that? Okay, so then what I do is I put in seeds. Okay, so I'm going to show you the seeds, and I'll give you some tips about the seeds that I use, because it's going to be really dependent. I'm going to turn. It's going to be dependent on your area, right? I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I use a company called Territorial Seeds. Okay, I love them. They don't do GMO stuff, and it's for this area, right? And so our temperature is different. You know, there's just a lot of climate changes or differences. So you really want to use a company that, does seeds that are for your specific area. And I can't tell you all those. I can just tell you in the Pacific Northwest, Territorial Seeds is great. So, okay, so notice I put the number 9 on this beets. So I then... and this is going to be challenging for me because I'm holding my phone with my right hand, and then I'm going to put them all over here. Okay, so what I do is I drop a couple, and I better take off my sunglasses, a couple of seeds in each one. And there you go. I've done this for many, many years, and so I put too many in that one. And there you have it. And then so you cover it up, and this square is beet. Oh, I don't know what's going on. And then the 4 would be something like, such a bad reception today, I apologize. So spinach is going to be in the 4. And I'm going to go over some of the different plants that are 4s. And then, so here we go. These are fresh seeds, and so most of them will germinate. So you can be really sparse in how many you put in here. So that's spinach. And then, let me see here, one more. Radishes, okay? So I'm not going to do it right now because you know what it looks like. Boy, this is really lousy reception. So I would put my Easter eggs in here, 16 of them. And all of this information, I'm going to turn this around now. Okay, all is in the book. So I'll show you the book. Square Foot Gardening by Mel Bartholomew. That's the book. And he gives you a lot of details. I can't remember what I paid for it. I don't know, something $12.95 or my cell phone. Okay, so that's how you do it. It's that simple. So let me give you some tips, some things that are really, when doing this. The wood, you know, I would not get wood that's been treated with any kind of chemicals, okay? For obvious reasons, it's going to go into your food, and so you don't want to be doing that. So this is some kind of, and I can't remember, and it's real safe, you know, it is, I'm sure it's some kind of plastic product of some sort. You can use some wood, but the problem with wood is that it's going to decompose, right? And so you'll have to rebuild it, and that's kind of, but it, you know, you can if you don't mind doing that. I don't want to do that. I'm a busy person. I run a busy business, and I don't want to rebuild my beds, you know, every 10 years. I just don't want to. If you do, that's an option for you, but stay away from, you know, wood that's going on with this. And then soil, really good soil. And, you know, I'm on Whidbey Island. When we moved here 2 years ago, we found out, thanks guys for all the loves. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. So we just asked around, and people told us, well, stay away from these guys. These are really good, you know. Ask around, you know. Some really good resources are master gardeners. I was a master gardener in the Vancouver, so they were really great. Hi, Melissa. What are you saying? Square Foot Gardening. Yes, I know. It's great. I love it. So master gardeners, and then there's one other one here. Oh, the county extension. So that's another really good resource when you're doing a garden. So I'm trying to think, oh, and you know what, if you've got kids, my kids are grown, you know, they're older now, my daughter, so she does come home and she loves gardening too, but it's great, right, because some of the things about square foot gardening and raised bed gardening is that it's so easy. Let's see, I should show you, I'm going to show you a weed here. Okay, so see that weed? Can you see? Let's see. Here's a weed. Here it is. Look how easy that comes out. Okay? So easy. You know, and I don't have to, it just comes right up. So because you aren't, you know, walking on the bed, so it keeps the soil really fluffy and aerated. It warms up a lot faster. That's another thing about raised bed gardening that makes it so convenient. You can start gardening usually sooner. And that's another point. You want to, like today when we drove by one of the nurseries that we love on the island, there was a sign that said it's time to plant your cool veggies. So if you don't know what those are, they're things like spinach and lettuce, carrots, those kinds of things, not tomatoes. So there, for here, there's really two types. I don't know why this is happening, but it is. So now's the time to be doing cool season vegetables. And then later on, things like tomatoes, they really like the heat. I'll put those out probably in May sometime. Green beans, zucchini, squash, those kinds of things. So, and the benefits of doing your own gardening, right, is that you're going to get the most nutrition, the best tasting vegetables and fruits that you possibly can get. So I'm a fervent believer in doing your own garden. I'm going to move. I'm going to tell you this. If you haven't heard of those, I'm going to tell that story, but I want to show you a little bit more about my garden. I'm so proud of my garden. Can you tell? I've got my broccoli. See, I don't have a grid there, but they're 12 inches. So you would put those smack in the middle of one of those squares. Okay, and then those are beets that overwintered, and those you would do 9 to a square. And okay, I'm trying to see did you manure? And no, I just put, that's a great question. I put compost. So because this is the second year with these beds. And so last year I did a test on the soil, and I had great minerals in my soil. I had really great nutrition in the soil, and that's key. You can do a soil test. Usually master gardeners can tell you where to go for that, but I sent mine off, and then I got a pretty extensive analysis of my soil, and it's great soil. But every year I put compost. I don't work it in. In nature, think about this. In nature, everything falls on top and it decomposes down into the soil. So breaking up the soil is not a good idea. Most people don't know that. So that's a great question. Oh, I don't know if you can see these. This is my asparagus bed. Can you see? Oh, my asparagus. I love it. And there's another one over there. They're just starting to come up, and there's another one and another one. So I love asparagus. And then this is my garlic, and I planted that last fall, somewhere in October. So they like to overwinter, and then they should be ready sometime in June, maybe July. So I'm trying to think, do you have here? Oh, it's lousy, Judith? Oh, that's too bad. Maybe it's your soil, or oh, you're in the Poconos. That's right. It's probably temperature. So I love it. So, hey, well, just really had to share this because I'm pretty darn excited. So I should have this done. Hopefully today. I'm waiting on my husband to build those grids. Whoops, I should show you what he's using. So he went to the lumber yard and got that today, or yesterday actually. So if you have any other questions, and oh, this is my strawberry patch. You can see the deer have been eating. So what I'm probably gonna, and that brings up a whole other thing, that's a sage. We have deer here, and if you have deer, a solution is to get PVC pipe and then cover it, so do it like in a arc. So I'll probably need 3 per bed, and then we'll have to use some kind of a cover to keep the deer away. But they're kind of a pain in the you-know-what. So hope this has been helpful, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.